Championships. We're in bout number 48. Bout 4-8. It's Salvador Profaci from Michigan and his opponent, the number 12 seed Luke Pletcher from The Ohio State University. And we are about, let me suggest 17 seconds into the bout. Our referee, Mike McCormick from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Mr. Matt Zeitz is assisting. Matt from the St. Louis area. All of these officials, of course, are only the best of the best, highly experienced. I've worked with the majority of these folks over the last few years, maybe 10, 15 years, and they are outstanding. I don't always agree on their calls, but they are outstanding officials. Pletcher from Ohio State wearing the red ankle bands, and Profaci from Michigan wearing the green. Again, Pletcher, the number 12 seed. Michigan bringing 8 wrestlers into the tournament. And I'm going to double check here. What do I think? It was Ohio State brought 9. And I'll correct myself if I find out that I am wrong. And I am not. Ohio State with 9 wrestlers. And Profaci getting 2 points on the takedown. Scoring, getting control behind the hips. And we've got a reversal by Pletcher. And we're tied 2-2, period 1, at 141 pounds. Pletcher wrestling for Ohio State, coming off a team win at the Big Ten tournament 2 weeks ago. Defeating Penn State for the championship. University of Michigan, I believe, sending 9 wrestlers to the tournament as our wrestlers are on the edge and now go out of bounds. .101 remaining, period 1, tied 2-2. Profaci in the down position. Pletcher from Ohio State in the top position. And Pletcher returning Profaci to the mat. Profaci trying to get up, turning to his right, trying to turn into Pletcher. But the wrestlers headed out of bounds, go out of bounds. And we're going to restart at the center of the mat with 44 seconds remaining in the first period. We appreciate you joining us and spending time with us this morning. We are at the NCAA Division I Wrestling Championships. Profaci from Michigan trying to get up. Pletcher from Ohio State returning Profaci to the mat. Profaci turning to his left, now switching to his right. Still unable to get away with a kind of a modified Granby roll. No change of control, however, Pletcher still has control. Profaci up on his toes, but can't get away, and we're going to return to action with 11 seconds remaining in the first period. Profaci from Michigan, Pletcher from The Ohio State University, going head-to-head on mat number 1 at 141 pounds. Profaci trying to sit out or switch, trying to get some space here if he can. And as they go out of bounds, Pletcher maintains control. 3 seconds remaining, first period. And after one period, we're tied 2-2 on mat number 1. Profaci from Michigan, Pletcher from Ohio State. The choice goes to Pletcher. He defers. Profaci will take, let's see what he will take here. Suggesting his ankle bands. Looks like he's going to take the down position as we go to the second period. And of course, Profaci will be covering from the top, and we're underway, period 2. Profaci released by Pletcher. Pletcher now with 1 point on the board for the escape and a 3-2 lead. In my mind, of course, that speaks volumes with respect to Profaci's mindset, Pletcher's mindset. Pletcher, I think, believes he can take Profaci down at will. And Profaci in deep on the high C. And Pletcher sprawls. extends his body and fights it off. And now Pletcher with front headlock on Profaci, grabbing Profaci's leg as he comes around Profaci's left side and now has a single leg set up. He's trying to pull Profaci back into the mat. Over on the far side, trips Profaci, and he gets the second leg and scores 2 on the takedown. What a great move by Pletcher from Ohio State. We've got a 4-3 bout now in favor of Pletcher. This bout zigzagging back and forth with respect to who has the lead. In the down position, Profaci at the center of the mat. Pletcher covering from the top. And Pletcher returning Profaci to the mat. Pletcher with a tight waist. Also trying to control Profaci's left arm so Profaci can't turn away from Pletcher. Profaci up on his feet, the trip. Pletcher puts Profaci back down on the mat and they go out of bounds on the far side of the mat. We'll bring it back to the center. No change of control. 4-3, Pletcher's favor. Second period, 51 seconds. We've got 1:41 in riding time, also on Pletcher's side of the clock. So as we get close to the end of the third period, that could be telling. Again, wrestlers go out of bounds. Mike McCormick brings them back to the center of the mat. Mike with years and years of experience as a top-level NCAA official. Great communication skills with each of the wrestlers. Profaci with his left knee up, trying to stand up, trying to turn over the top, and he does get the escape. He gets distance and separation, and we're tied at 4-4 with 32 seconds remaining. Period 2 at 1:41. Profaci with the collar tie, Pletcher with the collar tie, separating, looking at one another. Sizing each other up. And back to the collar ties. Circling to the left is Profaci. 8 seconds remaining, second period, 4-4. And at the end of the second period, 4-4 is the score. Bout number 48. Luke Pletcher from Ohio State in the down position. Covering from the top, it'll be Salvador Profaci from Michigan. Again, each match in this tournament is so important. Wrestlers just simply, at this point, cannot afford to lose. You want to stay on the championship side of the bracket as long as possible. The championship side of the bracket, a wrestler could feasibly go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches to the championship. When you drop down to the consolation side, you may wrestle as many as 9 or 10 bouts, so twice the number. And Pletcher trying to get some separation. Profaci looks like taking him out of bounds, putting him back on the mat. And we're going to walk back to the center of the mat, restart. 1:47 remaining, period 3. And Mr. McCormick's watching the wrestlers as they get set, starts them, clean start. He's telling Profaci he's got to improve his position, which Profaci does. Pletcher now getting some distance, some separation, if you will, and earning 1 point, taking a 5-4 lead. Now that we're in the third period, 1:37 in riding time, that does become a potential factor for Pletcher as well as Profaci, but it's on Pletcher's side of the clock. That's worth 1 point if we get to the end and there's at least 1 minute remaining. The wrestlers. Little hand in the face there. Profaci trying to slide by. Pletcher grabs him as he goes by and scores 2 on the takedown. Pletcher now with a 7-4 lead with 53 seconds remaining in the third period. Riding time could at least theoretically be taken out of the picture right now, but unless we see some changes here and some action by Profaci, that's not going to happen. Mr. McCormick gets the wrestler set at the center of the mat. Profaci in the down position. Pletcher in position on top. Pletcher changing sides from the right side to the left side, putting Profaci back on the mat, but Profaci gets space and gets the escape. We've got a 7-5 bout. Now riding time is a lock for Pletcher from Ohio State. Profaci knows he's got to go, and he's got to go now. He's going to stay in this match and stay in the championship side of the bracket. Going head-to-head with the shot. Pletcher puts Profaci down on the mat. Profaci back up to his feet. Wrestlers in collar ties. Profaci with Pletcher's chin. 6 seconds remaining, third period, 1:52 in riding time. And we have a winner at 141 pounds. Final score 8-5 with riding time. The winner from Ohio State University, Luke Pletcher.